All right, y'all. So I just want to show you guys that I am going to be making a herbal black soap shampoo, and I have some ingredients in here. I just have one ingredient left that I haven't put in here yet. So these are all the ingredients that I have, and these are what I use. So this is the fenugreek seeds. This is the black seeds. This is the lavender. This is the nettle tea leaves, peppermint, dill leaves, and the cloves. All right, so these are all that I have for this herbal black soap shampoo. Now, as I said earlier, I have all of them in here: the fenugreek, the lavender, the nettle leaves, the black seeds, the dill, the cloves, and the peppermint leaves. So I only have the bay leaves here. I'm going to put the bay leaves in there. All of the herbs are in here. The next thing to do is to add some boiling water. My water is already boiled. I'm going to put the water in here, and this is going to steep for 30 minutes. All right, y'all. So while our tea is steeping, we're going to move on to the African black soap. So this is the main ingredient for this shampoo. This is the real organic African black soap. All right, y'all. I got this from the African store, and I'm going to put some in here. Let me see if I can get a good bit out of this package. Let me grab a knife. Hold on, guys. All right. So I got my knife. I'm going to set this in here and just scoop some out of this paper. Okay, so I got a good bit of the soap out. This is what I have here. So while the herbs are steeping, I'm going to put the soap in here so that it melts. All right, so while the water is warm, you can just go ahead and add your soap. And this thing already smells good, y'all. From the peppermint to the bay leaves to the lavender, it smells amazing. So I have my soap in there. Look how rich this looks, y'all. The bay leaves, the fenugreek, these are all very powerful ingredients for your natural hair. So I'm going to leave it in here. The soap is going to melt. All right, I'm going to cover this back up and let it sit for the remainder of the time. All right, family, I have to do a quick voice over for this one. So in this clip, I am taking down my daughter's hair, and I am using oil and water to do so. It helps to minimize the breakage. She has had these mini twists on for some weeks now, and to kind of reduce the breakage, I use oil and water. Okay, and yeah, I just wanted to let you all know that. Moving on to sifting the shampoo. All right, guys, so this is ready. I'm going to take this off. Whoa, look at this. You see how the soap already melted, so there's no lumps of anything of the soap in here. So I'm going to stir it, and then we're going to strain it. Just going to pour this in here. Have our shampoo ready. I'm going to be transferring this in the applicator batter. So, oops. So here's the shampoo. I have a lot left over. I can use this for up to like maybe 3, 4 washes um, before I'm done with it. But you can keep this up to the longest because the African soap will help to preserve all the teas in here, okay, like the herbs, I should say, all the herbs in here, so the African soap can last for long. All right, if you want to save this in the refrigerator, you can. That would be the best option. Just let it sit in your refrigerator. If you don't have a refrigerator, you can leave this in a cool area to sit. All right, if you want to use or reduce the quantity, you can reduce the water and all the measurements here. If you don't want to, if you have a lot of hair or you have many people here to wash, you can make this amount and you can be done with it like in no time. All right, so this is the shampoo. I'm going to wash my daughter's hair because black African soap will really clarify your hair. So I will recommend using a moisturizing conditioner, and then when you are done, make sure to go back in with your moisturizer. However, you do moisturize your hair, make sure to do that when you are done washing your hair with this shampoo. It gets rid of all of the dirt and all of those gunk in the hair. So if you want to use this, make sure you are going in with a really fortifying moisturizer. Okay, all right, let's go wash the hair. All right, family. So while I wash the hair, let's talk about the African black soap. For the rest of the ingredients that I use, if you are an OG on this channel, you know that I have talked about those herbs so many times in so many other products, other DIY products that I have made on this channel. So the star of this herbal shampoo is the African black soap. The African black soap serves as a clarifying agent to remove product buildup from your hair. So if you have been using your leave-in conditioners, your oils, your shea butter, all those butters that you have been using over time, they will build up on your hair or your scalp. And to help you really clarify your hair, you will need a clarifying shampoo. And the African black soap has the natural clarifying properties to help you do that. While doing that, it will also maintain the pH balance of your scalp. The soap also contains natural antibacterial and antifungal properties that can help you to alleviate conditions like eczema, psoriasis, itchy scalp, all of those things. All right, so the African black soap is really good and I love it because it's natural. I also use the African black soap has a soap bar. Okay, I use it to take bath, and when I say my skin gets like really clean, I am not kidding y'all. The African black soap is the way to go. So if you are looking for a natural shampoo, this is the way to go. All right, y'all. So we are done washing the hair. As you can see, this is what I have left. So again, this is the black soap. I use all my herbs, well, majority of my herbs that I have here to make this very powerful herbal shampoo using the African black soap. The hair, when I say clean, y'all, I mean very clean. The hair is so clean. I use these shampoos once in a while, like the African black soap or the Castel soap. I believe if you haven't watched it yet, I have that video here on how you can make your own shampoo using the Castel soap. I use these shampoos once in a while, as I was saying, to really get the dirt out of my daughter's hair whenever I'm doing their hair. If we have had on braids for a while, in the time of keeping the braids on with all the moisturizing, the oils, the leave-in conditioners that we use, it is very good to use clarifying shampoos once in a while. So this is my DIY clarifying shampoo that I made. Again, using herbs and the African black soap, and her hair is really, 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 really clean. So I keep the hair in braids. It is so easy, so easy. I mean, I don't even know how to stress or emphasize on this, but I'm telling you, it is so easy to part the hair before washing. So I have it in parts here. It's braided up, and yeah, she's ready to be done. So I don't want to make this video very long. This is how I made a shampoo and how I used the shampoo to wash the hair. Now we're going to move on to deep conditioning her hair. Again, I don't want to make this video long. So whatever conditioner that you use for deep conditioning, if you use the soap, you can now go ahead and use your moisturizing deep conditioner, I would say, okay, because you have really stripped your hair. So now you want to go back in with moisturizing agents. All right, and then when you're done, you can go back in with your oils, your leave-in conditioners, and what have you. All right, so guys, thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share. I will see you all in the next one. See you guys. Bless. Bye bye.